Hello everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, Angelic Astrologer and Spiritual Consultant, here with your weekly angel card reading for Monday, January 19th through Sunday, January 25th, 2015. So I hope everyone made it through last week okay. It was a lot of changing energies. We had the North and South Node with the Pluto and Uranus square being set off, which was really transforming our destiny direction. So a lot of you may have felt a lot of huge shifts depending on your own personal chart. And these huge shifts were to put you more in alignment with your truth and with the direction that you were supposed to be going. So a lot of kind of confusing interactions and interesting, like I said, sometimes feeling challenged with those energies. But there was a lot of awareness that could have been brought forth from that. And we still are transitioning into this week with some of that energy, although I feel like the amount of stressful energies have kind of calmed down a little bit. But we also have some things going on this week astrologically, so let's take a look at that first. When we start out on Monday the 19th, first of all, we have the moon is in the sign of Capricorn, and it's in a challenging aspect to Uranus, and it's coming up to conjunct or meet with Pluto, which is in Capricorn. Now, of course, this is the Pluto-Uranus square that never really pulls apart until it comes into its final square in the month of March. So from now until that final Pluto-Uranus square, and even a little bit thereafter, the moon, as it goes through the signs of Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn, will always kind of be setting off that transformational and transitional and redirective kinds of energies. So here we are very early Eastern Standard Time on Monday. The moon sets off that Pluto-Uranus square. So depending on where you are in the world, if you're on the West Coast in the California area, it's very, very early in the morning hours. You'll end up feeling that even on Sunday. If you live in Europe or even towards Australia, it's going to be much later in the day on Monday as you're approaching Monday evening. So we also on that day have a couple of other things going on. We have Venus, the planet of love and relationships, and she's in the sign of Aquarius, which is very independent, very freedom-oriented, and she is opposing Jupiter in Leo. Now, Jupiter rules our belief systems, and I feel like that opposition is really allowing us to take a look at or expand our outlook about relationship matters. And this can even be about finances too, because Venus also rules money and finance. But Jupiter, is creating this energy to where we need to look at things from a different perspective, or we need to widen our view, or we need to expand our belief systems about what that Venus and Aquarius energy really is all about. And like I said, if we're dealing with relationship matters, Venus is much more freedom-oriented, much more independent, and wants her space. And so I think that we're looking at a lot of relationship types of energies right now. Now, the other thing happening on Monday is that Mars, the planet of action, is actually in the sign of Pisces now. It went into Pisces last week. And Pisces is a water sign, but Mars is a fire planet. So because Mars is that fiery energy and passion, Pisces can kind of water that down a little bit. When it comes to our physical energy, we may even feel a little bit less physically energetic with Mars and Pisces. Now, Mars is actually coming up to meet with Neptune on Monday. Neptune is in Pisces. Neptune is the planet of spirituality. I feel like Mars, as far as its forward momentum, moving forward, I feel like it would be really good to move forward on spiritual pursuits or move forward with meditation types of interactions or pursuits. When it comes to moving forward on practical, everyday types of projects, just know that there might be some confusing energies and things may not move forward in the timing that you desire or in the way that you think it will, with that Mars and Pisces coming up to meet with Neptune. Like I said, if it's a spiritual project or a spiritual undertaking, you're going to have a little bit more success than with other types of career matters or other types of goals. Now, as we move into Tuesday, the 20th, we have a new moon, and this new moon is in the sign of Aquarius. First, the sun moves into Aquarius, so the sun is leaving Capricorn behind and moving into this, again, independent, freedom-oriented, beat to your own drum sign of Aquarius. And very shortly after that, the moon is in Aquarius and comes up to meet the sun, which creates this new moon. Now, 0 degrees is the first degree, so very much a time of new beginnings, as well as the new moon is always about new beginnings. However, the very next day on Wednesday, Mercury goes retrograde, and it will be retrograde until the 11th of February. Now, Mercury is going to go retrograde in the sign of Aquarius, retrograding all the way back to 1 degree Aquarius, which is almost at the degree of that new moon the day before, at 0 degrees Aquarius on the 20th. What I'm trying to get at with this new moon is that it is a time to start new ideas, you know, to create new goals or start new things. However, because Mercury goes retrograde the very next day, you're going to see some of your plans redirected, some ideas that you have may change, some of the unfolding of what it is you're working on may be different than what you at first believed or wanted. So just be open to changes, be open to new information, be open to new ideas, because this new beginning with this new moon, you may not actually see it really solidifying, falling into place, or becoming clear until Mercury goes direct almost in the middle of February. And then as far as towards the end of the week, on Sunday, the moon is going to be in Aries. Again, Aries is one of those 4 signs that sets off that Pluto-Uranus square. So again, very early in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. Earlier if you're on the west coast of the United States. Later in the day if you're in Europe. Even later than that if you're towards Australia, New Zealand. But the moon in Aries, again, a very strong, initiating, leadership-oriented, take-charge kind of sign, setting off that Pluto-Uranus square, meeting, of course, with Uranus in Aries. So you might expect some surprises. You might see people's emotions being set off, so they might be more emotionally reactive in some ways. But there is a lot of possibility for transformation and change that in the long term is going to be beneficial to where you're going on your destiny path. Now for this weekly reading, we're going to use Doreen Virtue's Angel Tarot cards. And for the extra special message card, depending on your stone of choice, we're going to use Archangel Michael's Oracle cards, also by Doreen Virtue. Now when I was meditating and shuffling the decks before starting the video, this Archangel Michael card fell out on the floor, and I asked the angels and guides if this was a special message card for everyone, and they said yes. So I put it back here for us to look at. So now we have to look at your stones of choice. Your stones of choice for this week, we have a clear quartz crystal point. Now, clear quartz crystal amplifies energies, okay? So whatever you intend with it or whatever other stone that you put it with, it's going to amplify the strength of the energy. This particular clear quartz is encoded with a lot of ancient spiritual knowledge and information. It has a lot of, I don't know, let's see, what's the word I'm looking for? A lot of lines on it here, a lot of indentations, which indicates a lot of coded information. Your second stone of choice is chrysocolla. Chrysocolla, it looks sort of like turquoise. It's got some greens in it. It's got some turquoise blues in it. Chrysocolla actually aligns all of the chakras. I feel that we're mostly, at least for this week, looking at this in regards to the heart chakra and healing of emotional energies or stabilizing the emotions, as well as the throat chakra, stabilizing your speech and how you speak and communicate to others. I want to also say that it's going to be also a balancer of the mind and your thought processes as well as the emotions. And then your last stone of choice, this is actually an agate. Now it looks a lot like moonstone. And to me, this particular agate has such a very smooth and soft and nurturing feeling to it. So I almost want to say that, first of all, I feel like it's going to help with intuition, intuitive matters, and gaining messages through your own intuition. But I also feel like it's very kind of soothing and peaceful in regards to calming down your emotions and what's going on within your heart. So again, your stones of choice for the week are clear quartz crystal point, chrysocolla, and the agate. Okay, so let's go ahead and shuffle the deck, and we're going to ask for our angels, guides, master guides, teachers, and healers of the light to come in with whatever message is in everyone's highest and best interest to know. And we're going to call in the archangels and the ascended masters to bring forth that guidance that's in everyone's highest and best interest. Okay, that's going to be the second card. Whoops. Okay, and then our third card right here. So let's take a look at what the message for the week is. Turning over the first card, we have the Seven of Fire. And the Seven of Fire says, defend your beliefs and decisions. Stand your ground, but choose your battles wisely. So this is spiritual energy because we have fire. Fire is the spiritual element. But the number 7 is all about going within. It's about going within, connecting with your inner spirit, your inner guide, your higher soul self. And I really feel like you're needing to kind of go within to kind of understand or contemplate or connect with different and varying belief systems that you have going on. Also, it's about connecting with inner faith and trusting that spirit is guiding you in the right direction. Now, again, there's something here about standing your ground. So there may be other people in your environment, around you, family, friends, loved ones, that that you may be in communication with, that there's maybe some sort of challenge. And what your angels and guides are saying here is that in kind of a gentle way, this isn't in a forceful way at all, this is in a gentle, assuring way, that you stand your ground and you stand up for what you believe is right. You stand in your truth with, whatever information or whatever guidance you have regarding whatever situation is going on for you this week. But again, I really feel like it's a very internal kind of self-reflective spiritual energy that we start out with. But let's gain more information by looking at the second card. Okay, we have a Major Arcana. This is Major Arcana number 11. It's the Strength card with Archangel Ariel. And it says, great inner strength, release harsh judgments, forgiveness, and compassion. So again, we have a Major Arcana that deals with, to me, some more gentle energies here. And it really, to me, goes along with the Seven of Fire, to where you have to stand in your truth, stand up for what you believe is your truth. Now, your truth may not be someone else's truth, but that's okay. It's your truth. And, you have to be authentic, and you have to stand in your truth to be able to move forward on your own spiritual path. And this is saying, to forgive other people, let go of judgments against yourself or other people. So if you're in situations with others, whether it be career, work matters, or relationship matters, family matters, again, everyone has their own opinion and everyone has their own truth, and it's okay. And we're supposed to be confident in what our truth is, and we're supposed to stand in our truth. Again, to me, this is in a gentle way. It's in a strong way, to be strong about what you believe in, but not to be necessarily forceful. To me, this is kind of a more gentle thing. We have an angel here with her wings outspread. She's on a tiger, but the tiger isn't galloping forcefully forward. The tiger is just kind of very gently and easily and peacefully moving forward. And as her wings are spread, she is very strong and confident in where she's going, but it's just in a peaceful and gentle way. Now let's look at the last card for the week. The Four of Water. Okay, so this is a card of emotions and feelings. The message at the bottom says, missing an opportunity. discontentment or boredom, open your eyes to the possibilities. So I feel like, we're dealing perhaps with some things from the last week past, or maybe even from before that, from last year perhaps. We're dealing with emotional matters, matters that deal with our feelings. And there's something here to where we might feel stuck in a certain feeling or emotion, or we might be holding on to a certain feeling or emotion too tightly, when in fact we're supposed to open up and kind of let it go. We're supposed to open up and look at other possibilities regarding our situation. We're supposed to open up our feelings and allow, again, this compassion and peace and non-judgment to enter our hearts. Unconditional love, giving unconditional love to yourself, to the other people involved in the situation, and just exude that kind of feeling of unconditional love. But there's definitely something here that's saying there's more than meets the eye. There's more here that you can have, that you can bring to you a sense of joy and happiness if you just open your heart and open yourself up to what other possibilities lie beyond what you are in, or what you see, or what you think to be. That there's other things out there. So connect, go back to that 7 of fire here, and connect internally to your spirit. Connect to what your inner truth is, what your belief system is for you. And the rest, should then kind of fall into place and bring about healing throughout the week for yourself. Let's look at what the special message card is for everyone, the one that fell out while I was shuffling earlier. Okay, this is Archangel Michael. It's the Archangel Michael deck. This says, go forward fearlessly. Okay? So move forward with confidence. Archangel Michael is with you. He's behind you. He's clearing obstacles so that you can move forward, whether it be, again, in relationship, projects, career, family matters. Archangel Michael is definitely working with you to bring you to the place that you need to be, to go in the direction that you need to go. And as he says, go forward fearlessly, some of you might be holding back because you're afraid or because you're fearful. And your angels, your guides, here Archangel Michael again wants you to know that you're divinely guided and protected, and you have to stand in your truth, stand in your strength, stand in your confidence, and it's time to move forward on your highest and most important destiny path. Okay. Let's take a look at what your special message card is, depending on your stone of choice. So we're going to give these a little bit of a shuffle, asking Archangel Michael to bring the correct message for those people, depending on their stone of choice. Okay, so for those of you that chose the clear quartz crystal point, Archangel Michael says, write about your thoughts and feelings. Now, as soon as I said that, I thought of the fact that we're having this new moon in Aquarius. And Aquarius is about our long-term goals, our long-term dreams and visions for the future. And I feel like at that new moon, and again, give it some time because of Mercury retrograde that's happening, but, at that new moon, write down what it is that you intend. Write down your thoughts, your feelings, and where you want to go with this new moon cycle. We're still in January, the first month of this brand new year, this brand new energy. So write out, what it is that you want to feel, what it is you want to create, what you want to intend, what you want to manifest. And, you might even separately, again, as this card indicates, writing your thoughts and feelings out of what you're going through. And I would do that right before the new moon. So on Monday, you might want to do that, writing about your thoughts and feelings so that you can release and let go what is no longer appropriate for you to hold on to in the cycle that's coming up. Okay. For those of you that chose the Chrysocolla, okay. Chrysocolla, this one here is kind of pulling my attention. This is eternal love, and it shows a picture of an angel. Actually, I think that's two angels, either that or it's a male angel with a woman. But eternal love, to me, that Chrysocolla, which is a lot about heart chakra and healing the emotions, I'm feeling that you all might be dealing with some sort of relationship matter. Now, if it's not a relationship or partnership matter with another person, the angels are saying this is also in relation to your eternal self and loving yourself on an internal level unconditionally. But whether this is about yourself or about other people or partnerships, we're talking about the everlasting and never-ending unconditional love of the universe and unconditional love that you are. You are an energy of unconditional love. And all souls come from the God source energy. All souls are an aspect of that eternal love, that unconditional love. And if we're talking about relationship matters, perhaps the relationship is, separating or changing or, whatever that might be about. Archangel Michael is giving you the message that you're going to be eternally connected to this soul. This soul, we're all a part of each other, and in that we're all connected to each other for eternity. And just because a relationship may end on a physical level in what we perceive as our reality doesn't mean that relationship is ending on a soul level, okay? Because our souls are always eternally connected, and we're always going to have that unconditional love. Now again, don't forget that if this isn't dealing with relationship matters for you, this is dealing with the eternal love within yourself, for yourself, and the eternal love, the unconditional love that you exude out to the world, out to your projects, out to your goals and ambitions. This is saying that love again is everlasting, and that love is magical and can create many miracles in your life. Okay, and then this other one was sticking out, so this is going to be the one for the agate. And this one says, honor and trust your feelings. So Archangel Michael here is saying, honor and trust your feelings. And we zoom in here on the heart chakra. There's this beautiful ball of light. It looks like a Star of David encircling that. So, it's funny because I did say that agate to me was very soft in dealing with your intuitions. And this is exactly what this message is about, is trusting your intuition, trusting your gut feelings, knowing that what you feel for you is right for you. Again, what you feel for you may not be right for other people, and that's okay, but whatever it is that you feel intuitively is your path or your next step or where you need to go or what you need to do, honor that and trust that. Because the message here is that by tuning in and allowing that message to come forth from your higher soul self or even from your angels and guides, that this is a real and true message to follow for this week. So I hope everyone's enjoyed this weekly angel card reading. I want to extend my love, my thanks, my gratitude to each and every one of you. I'm very appreciative of all of your support, your kind comments. If you want to see my daily Facebook posts, please send me a friend request. And if you have already sent a friend request via Facebook and I haven't accepted, please just send me a little personal message and let me know who you are and that you do indeed want to be accepted as a friend. Sometimes I get so many friend requests and I take a quick look at the page. If I can't see any posts on the page and I don't see a picture or can't get a good read on the person, it's likely sometimes that I just may overpass that. But if you indeed want to be accepted, please let me know through a personal message and I will accept. Again, if you want to have a personal reading with me, if you like these weekly angel cards or the monthly angel card readings that I do, please go on to angelmessenger.net and check out my personal page as far as a consultant and the services that I offer. I would love to connect with you on a personal level and do a reading for you and let you know what some of these upcoming energies are for you and how they might affect you on your path. So until next week, many, many angel blessings and much love and light.